Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. I'm here on the daily time frame at the moment just to, get a good idea of the bigger picture here, just to start and give everybody a good idea of the overall context. Well, Bitcoin's chart is still grinding sideways overall with a slight uptrend, a very weak uptrend, choppy, overlapping price structures, very messy patterns at the moment here. And the market just cannot break, cannot break decisively above 92,588. You see that here on the daily time frame, the daily candles typically can't get a close above that level. There was one, but next candle got already rejected. And then the last 3 to 4 candles here closed around or below the 38.2 retracement. So a decisive break above that level doesn't seem to be possible at the moment, and the market continues to struggle. Now, the short-term pressure, the overall pressure is still downward, I think, but short-term, that local uptrend still seems to be intact. In other words, I do not have any evidence for a meaningful top. I think that is very important to understand. We don't have any evidence that really a meaningful top has formed, so that wave 4 can still extend a little higher. I'm going to show you my ideas on the smaller time frame about how this local uptrend, for example, that we're tracking, how that can continue to unfold, let's say on a very, very local level. At least, maybe for just one more high or so, and for the price to maybe touch that 50% retracement here at around 96,730. I'd say if we really go decisively above it, at some point it will become more probable that we're following the yellow scenario, for example, which could then give us a proper 5-wave move up. But at the moment, the market has not given us any clear 5 waves up. And actually, if you follow the work every day here, and if you follow the patterns, then you know that the move to the upside is very choppy. It's really, really a bumpy ride here. I mean, overall, the market has exactly done what we wanted it to do since the November low. The idea was the market should grind towards that 38.2 retracement. It was very clearly communicated. It was a very clear perspective. The market has done that, but I mean, how did we get there, right? It's just super, super ugly. And Bitcoin is not on its own there. I mean, a lot of coins are just following very, very ugly patterns at the moment. It's just not very clean, that price action that we're witnessing at the moment. So be on the side of caution, guys. Structures are still super ugly, and it just doesn't have any volume. It's just lacking that upside momentum, right? So I think it's important to recognize here that 96,730 is the next important resistance level, and then 101,057, but without a clear 5-wave move up, there is just no sign that, let's say, this is more than a wave 4. And even within the scope of what a wave 4 bounce, so a corrective bounce, an orange Roman wave 4 can do. I mean, there's still a lot of room left. It can do a lot. It can still grind higher and still, without a problem, be considered a wave 4. That means, in other words, once this wave 4 is over, the market could easily follow the pathway to the downside for one more low. What I'm concerned about is that it's getting like late in the year, kind of, which is nice as well, but it means that what if this just stretches into next year in a larger wave 4? It's possible. Just be prepared for that, yeah. Now, if we look at the shorter time frame for Bitcoin, I am unsure about the exact microstructure here. There are many ways and pathways and scenarios we can actually consider here. I just want to highlight the potential that we might be working on an internal triangle even. Yeah? I mean, we have seen a 3-wave move up from that 21st of November low. So that was a corrective bounce that took the price right into the resistance level or area, then a 3-wave move down. Well, that made it clear we should grind a bit higher. So the idea was maybe that's an A wave, yeah. because it was 3 waves up, 3 down, 5 up, can be an A wave, but it was a bit short. So it was probably not an ABC, but rather a WXY, and in the Y wave, the A wave. Now, again, these explanations are only for the wave nerds like myself. This is getting very complex, very complicated here. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about Elliott Wave, just join us tomorrow, guys. Join us tomorrow, guys, in our masterclass tomorrow evening. You'll find a link in our on our channel, yeah, where we talk about what Elliott Wave is, and we'll do that more regularly now. That's a live session. But yeah, that's an A wave. And so after an A wave, we would typically expect a B wave. And B waves are like chameleon-like structures. So I'm not saying this is the final structure. It could turn into a triangle here, which is forming higher lows, lower highs. Just an idea, guys. This is the support area, 85,988 and 88,912. And as long as we're holding that, one more high in wave C is expected. But the triangle can evolve. The triangle could even break down. And then we try up. So I think it's just the triangle itself doesn't have much meaning here. It's just highlighting we are dealing with a very, very ugly sideways consolidation pattern. And 3 waves up, 3 waves down. I don't know what this will be. If it's a lower high, it's probably the D wave of the triangle, then a higher low. And either way, I think what I would still prefer overall, and that might happen sooner or later, is a move towards 96,850. What the market hasn't done was the idea to form a pretty clean A, B, C structure. That's what I talked about the video like yesterday around the same time, like a normal ABC structure to then move higher. But the market rarely makes it that easy, right? So the idea was that this B wave would be a simple ABC, but no, market isn't doing that. Market wants to make it more complex, and there are many other pathways the market could take here. So let's see if this triangle is going to turn out. I'm not confident in this triangle, but I tell you that if the next pullback is a higher low, and we form a lower high in this D wave, then a higher low, then this could seriously be considered a triangle pattern in an ABCDE structure with one more high. But it can take its time. It doesn't need to rush. So that's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then check out our membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional charts, updates, news, and much more. I leave a link in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area.